Yo, what's up guys, your boy Max here and welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to be talking to you lot about how to stop raging in Fortnite. And I've actually made a similar video before. It was basically focused on how you can stop tilting once it's already taken place and started affecting you and your gameplay. But today I purely want to focus and help you guys prevent actually getting angry at the game in the first place, because it's way easier to do that than, stop tilting when it's already taken place. And yeah, I've prepared a bunch of tips for you guys, so make sure you stick around until the very end of the video. And without any further ado, let's get into those tips. So the first tip I've got for you is called expectations lead to disappointment. And I hear this phrase so much, and this quote is just so iconic to me because it's just so true. Because if you're so focused on something, anything in life, but in this case let's relate it to Fortnite somehow. So say you're going for a win and you really want that win, or you're really focused on getting a lot of kills when you drop at a hot location, then you're gonna be more focused on the outcome instead of actually getting to that result and going through the whole process. So that's why it's just so important that you guys don't set yourself up for failure and don't just focus on the outcome and what you want to happen. Actually focus on getting to the the final result. And make sure that you guys don't expect yourself to do well or anything like that, because that's only going to lead to disappointment and rage and a lot of tilt, because all those emotions are kind of tied together and they are very, very similar. So you want none of them to happen, right? But anyways, that pretty much wraps it up for the first tip, and let's move on to tip number 2, which is going to be focus on improving yourself as a player and throw attention at the things you can control. And this is especially the case for people who like to blame RNG. Oh, you dropped and got an AR instead of a shotgun and your opponent got a shotgun. Yeah, just bad luck, right? Well, not really, because you could have landed at a different building and you had control over that, right? You could have taken a better sort of rotation towards a place, and maybe you wouldn't have ran into a player. And I could go on with a ton of examples about this, because honestly I used to be a player that used to blame luck all the time myself, and it kind of struck me once that I've actually had a lot more control in game this whole time, and I kind of just chose to blame things to not be responsible for my deaths. And that's very important, because you need to identify your mistakes, and that will help you stop raging, because you actually won't blame the game, and you'll finally start understanding the mistakes you're making in game yourself. So that pretty much will eliminate rage, because at that point you only have yourself to blame. And this is a thing that I really looked at when I tried to stop raging at games myself, because honestly you have a lot of control, and a lot more than you actually think you do. So yeah, just make sure that you guys take this tip on board to try and eliminate rage at least a little bit, because you want to be doing this bit by bit. You can't just get rid of rage just like that. It's a feeling that you've probably felt for the last few weeks, months, years, because if you have raged at games and you're looking for videos like these, then it is very, very likely that you've been raging for a while and you really want to get rid of this habit. Then you got to do it bit by bit. But anyways, moving on to the third tip of the video, we're going to be looking at finding the trigger points that make you angry. And I'm sure that all of you have that one thing that makes you rage more than anything else. For some of you it might just be getting sniped, but for others it might be getting exploded by a rocket launcher or something like that. Everyone's got different things that just piss them off on the next level, and you gotta find those points if you haven't already, because it's certainly very easy to find them if you're looking for them, but if you aren't, then you won't really know when you're actually getting triggered at the game the most. So do have a look at the things that make you really, really triggered. It might just be dying off drop, who knows? But yeah, make sure you find those points and then try and just get used to not feeling so bad after dying. A thing you'll hear quite a lot from these type of videos is, you know, at the end of the day, Fortnite is just a game, but, you know, people take games very, very seriously. It is very competitive, and it can be very easy to lose your cool and start raging at it because, you know, you just feel frustrated at the game, or, you know, something's just going wrong. But you've got to be able to adapt to just feeling normally whenever you're playing, and you know, that's probably the best tip I can give you. But anyways, moving into one of the final tips of the video, we're going to be looking at not listening to your friends when they're trying to wind you up, because a lot of you probably play Fortnite with friends, you know, playing duos, squads and stuff like that, and you'll do something stupid or you'll die and stuff like that, and your friends might just, you know, try and wind you up, because, you know, it can be pretty funny to get a reaction out of someone, and everyone does it, like, there's nothing wrong with it. But deep down, you just have to know that your friends don't really mean it when they're calling you bad at the game and stuff like that, unless you are new to the game, which in that case you probably are, unfortunately. Like, it's just the harsh truth. But, you know, as long as you keep playing and you keep practicing, then you will start improving, and that's what's important, man. You just don't have to listen to other people and what they've got to say. Because at the end of the day, if you're getting tilted just because your friends are, you know, talking crap to you, then, you know, you gotta look at the situation logically. They probably don't mean it, and they're just trying to, you know, make a joke out of it. So it's not all that deep, and you just gotta remember that when you're playing, so that you're not super prone to raging at the game. And that pretty much wraps it up. I do hope the video was useful, and if that is the case, then make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel with notifications on to never miss another upload like this ever again. And before you guys go, make sure you guys are using the code MaxGamer7 in the Fortnite item store if you'd like to support me and the channel at no extra cost whatsoever. But do bear in mind that the code does reset every 14 days. Anyways, that does end off the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.